Hello, and welcome to our Backyard Vineyard Project. We are in the process of building the Gavilan Hills Vineyard here at Paradise Ranch. This video series will document our project from planning and prep to harvest and bottling and everything in between. It'll include all of our triumphs, our disappointments, our joys, and our sorrows. We hope you will join us on our 5-year mission to produce quality grapes and a perfect bottle of wine from the Gavilan Hills Vineyard. Please click and subscribe below and join us on our adventure. As you would expect, we have set some goals for our Backyard Vineyard Project. We have 3 goals for our vineyard. Number 1, we want to produce a large quantity of quality grapes to make a nice bottle of wine. Obviously, every vineyard, every winery has the same goal, but the number 1 goal should be producing a lot of grapes to make a lot of wine. Number 2, we need this vineyard to be aesthetically pleasing. Now, we have lots of events and weddings, parties, concerts here at Paradise Ranch. And we want the vineyard to be a backdrop to those events. So as we're building the vineyard, I'll talk about some of that because I'm using materials that are contrary to some vineyards and way they're put together. But it's all to keep it a nice, pleasing look. And number 3, we want to do this on a budget. Obviously, we don't want to break the bank, and we want to make sure that the entire project is done reasonably. So we have 3 goals. Quality on the grapes. We want it to be aesthetically pleasing. We want the vineyard to look nice, and we want to do it within a budget. Hello, Simon. So let me give you a little lesson on project management. There's something called the triple constraints triangle. Triple constraint triangle, which means for every project you've got quality, timing, and cost. Every project. I don't care if you're building a backyard vineyard, a clubhouse for the kids, for the grandkids, if you're building a house, or sending a man to the moon. You've got 3 constraints dealing with a project: quality, timing, and cost. And let me give you an example. John F. Kennedy in the early 1960s stated his project: I want to send a man to the moon. I want to do it and return him safely, and I want to do it by the end of the decade. So if you listen to that statement, his project is send a man to the moon. He wants to do it by the end of the decade, which is there's timing. He wants to send a man to the moon and return him safely. There's quality. Notice there's no mention of cost. They did do it. In July of 1969, they sent a man to the moon and returned him safely. However, they had the quality, they kept up with the timing. The cost, I don't remember exactly, but it was like 3 to 4 times what they had budgeted for the entire project. So much like our backyard project, quality, timing, and cost. Now, time I don't have a whole lot of control over. The grapes will grow when they want to grow. I have a very delicate time frame on that because timing is what I'm dealing with. So quality and costs are going to be balanced as best we can. I also have a couple of goals for the video series. Number 1, I need this for personal documentation. I want to record all of the triumphs, all of our failures, all of the mistakes, all of the things we did right, did wrong, all the joys and sorrows. So personally, I have a good accounting of what we've done on this project over the next 4 or 5 years. Number 2, I want it as a public resource to get feedback. There are a lot of great resources and videos on building a backyard vineyard. And I've probably seen all the videos out there. And I'll put a link down below to my favorite channels for building a backyard vineyard. However, a lot of these vineyards are small backyard vineyards that are like 5, 6, 7 vines, 10 vines, 15 to 20 vines. And then down in Temecula Valley, they build backyard vineyards down there that are 300, 400, 500 vines. All in nice, neat rows. Well, here, as you're going to see, We're not going to be able to do those nice, neat rows. As I've already discussed, we have a very dry, arid, no rain type of climate. And most of the videos out there are from, let's say, Texas, Michigan, Pennsylvania, see there's some from Oregon, Washington, even the Napa Valley. Nothing in this type of arid climate where they're trying to grow 200 vines like we're doing. So I'm hoping this video helps. So in this video series, we're going to have, one, I'm going to document this personally, and number two, it's going to be a public resource. Also, on every project you have an exit strategy or an end game. What are we going to do 3 or 4 years from now when we have all these grapes? There are 3 options we have, and this is something we're going to work on over the next few years and determine what's going to be the best option for us. 1, we can make our own wine. Go through the process of making our own wine, fermenting it, racking it, and building our own wine and carboys. Number 2, because we're close to Temecula Valley, there are a couple companies in Temecula Valley where you deliver them your grapes, they'll process it for you and deliver back to you 65-gallon barrels of wine. Just like that. They'll just deliver you wine and then you can go through and bottle it yourself, which is not a bad option. And number 3, we can sell the grapes to local hobbyists. I've talked to members of the Orange County and Los Angeles Wine Society. There's one down in San Diego. They have hundreds of members who every year about this time in the September, October timeframe are looking for grapes to make wine at home. So that's one option. So in this exit strategy, I can make it myself, send it out to a third party, or sell the grapes. So over the next 3 or 4 years, we're going to walk through this and figure out what's going to be our best option. We could do all 3, depending on how many grapes we get. If I get a lot of grapes, maybe I'll do all 3. But we'll work on that and see. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe below and follow along in our adventure. When we were doing this first set of videos, it was 85 degrees and sunny out. Today we're 65 degrees and we got rain coming in tonight, about 1 inch of rain. People seem to panic around here when we get more than 1 inch of rain. So we'll be continuing on with this series, so please follow along. This is Jeff signing out. Goodbye until next time. Don't you dare. What are you doing? Look, Simon, don't do that. Okay, Simon, you're not helping us. You're not helping. Why don't you go for a walk? Go find something to do. Go play with Fiona, okay? Go play with Fiona.